and there was a wedding, and the man came in without the right garment. And what they took him and cast him in outer darkness, threw him out the truth. Why? Because he was in the wrong philosophy, wrong doctrine. There's only one true doctrine.
And that's, you get that through the apostles.
Right. That's why they're the teachers, and then you eat this whole roll, and then teach it. Because you don't want to be teaching wrong.
Because like then the microchip is a white woman.
Right. Our Revelation 18 is being fulfilled.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Because that happens with the nuclear destruction of America.
Those are going to be probably hit by the nuke, too.
Right.
These are going to be like 500 miles out seeing this.
Right. Other parts of the earth. You know? Because this destruction that's going to be in America is going to be so great.
Those are too close. They're going to get burned up, too.
The islands, it says the islands are moved out of place. Not just the islands around America, but you got Philippine islands. What happens when an earthquake happens? A tsunami. That ocean is going to get lifted up. Some of it's, like he said, is going to be hit at that fire, evaporated, and whatever water there remains is actually going to cause a tsunami on other parts of the world. That's why these elite are going to go into bunkers. You know, go up into their space stations.
Remember Trump's coin? The dagger, and it has them up there.
Right, right. Why? Because the earth is going to be in a great destruction. That's what Revelation 18 is talking about. That's why it says, come up here.
Come up hither.
Right. The Lord is going to call us, literally, we're going to hear a Hebrew voice, and he's going to call us out of this earth. Because the destruction is going to be so great. Even if you're hidden on this earth, you're going to have to survive that earthquake.
And rocks falling on you and stuff.
And if that's happening and you got a lot of these elite going into these bunkers, that's going to be their tomb. Because when they get these volcanoes and everything else besides...
Well, in America, because nothing will remain in America. Like you got this...
But it's already prophesied they're going to go into slavery. Some of them are going to
die. The elite of all the nations.
They probably got like titanium block around them or something.
Right. But, you know, like this line here, you got the ones here in America. That's why the elite are going to
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Oh, yeah.
Because they know what's going to happen here.
I heard there was more bunkers in New Zealand than anywhere else.
Right. They're going to stick your low-level politicians here to burn.
Like Biden.
Yeah, they're going to put Biden inside Cheyenne Mountain, you know. That's what he says. They're going to pray that the mountains fall upon him. You know, save us from the wrath.
And he thinks he's secure.
Right.
Boom! Blows his ass.
And then the Rothschilds, you're true elite, because he's not even elite. He's actually in poverty compared to the elite that Biden. Biden, if you look him up, they say he's only worth $28 million. You know how much Polis, the governor of Colorado, is worth? Over $300 million. So really, Biden ain't nothing, you know. Yeah, he's a cockroach compared to.
And that dude, he shows we're in Babylon the Great. They had I was gonna do a video, but I didn't.
Because you're gonna have.
He got married to the first
a lot
man.
of these politicians, which they're not the elite. The politicians. They're fucking gloves for the elite. You know, you don't get to see that true hand when someone's wearing a glove. The politicians are not elite. They're just a glove, Freemason, shit like that. And they're used and abused and just thrown away. You know? The elite are your bankers, your Rothschilds, your Bilderbergs, the ones that are really controlling.
They have $500.
You don't even see them on TV.
They have $500 trillion.
Right, right. They got so much money, it's ridiculous. And really, that goes to us. That's ours.
Did you ever see
not the paper money, but the gold. It says they're going to vomit up all that wealth that they took from us.
You could Google the Rothschild Bank. It's a freaking big-ass room, and there's gold stacked to the ceiling.
And I guarantee you it's not in America. You know why? Because that's being preserved for us, just like the elite. The elite that are actually elite, they're not going to be in America. They're going to be in space, like in the atmosphere. They're going to be in the bunkers in New Zealand. You know, in different countries. They're not going to be here. They don't even... their mind is going to be the one... The Lord, it says that the Lord puts it in them to nuke this place. See? Which was in Revelation 17. So, like, once again, those bunkers like Cheyenne Mountain, that ain't gonna save nobody. You're gonna have 200 million nukes hitting America. You know, those bunkers. It says it could withstand one nuclear bomb.
And that's probably not even directly.
Yeah, 200 million, bro. You only got 50 states, 49 in the United. Was it Alaska and Hawaii outside of the country? So you got 48 countries. You know, 200 million divided 50 ways. That's still millions of nukes that are just gonna hit Colorado. That's why the mountains ain't even gonna remain. Those mountains are gonna be kicked up.
200 million, you can't even do the math. That's probably like
dust, bro. This earth. That's what it says. Hell is moved at thy coming. Hell is what? The grave.
The Lord
down
says
in the earth.
He's gonna make Babylon like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right. So it don't matter how deep they put those bunkers.
When
Those
Sodom
bunkers
and
ain't
Gomorrah
gonna
happened, they thought the world ended.
Mm-hmm.
They thought there was no more men.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Oh yeah, fine. There's a Revelation 16 verse 16, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon.
Which is a mountain of troops.
And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne saying, "It is done."
Mm-hmm.
And there were voices and thunders and lightning, and there was a great earthquake such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great.
And what is that? That's that nuclear destruction. See? And we're in that time of these things to take place. It said when they bring out that implantable microchip, these plagues begin to fall upon these people.
Just the other day, there was a earthquake near Hawaii, and there was an earthquake near Alaska. And they were like 6.9, and the other one was, I forgot.
And what's the first thing they do? They look for tsunamis. So what kind of tsunami is gonna happen on this bad boy?
The whole United States is like sunk in and blast up.
It's gonna be bad, man.
And there were voices and thunders and lightning, and there was a great earthquake such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great.
And those thunder and lightning, that all comes with the chariots, with Yahweh and Yahawashi. Anytime that, remember when Moses saw Yahawashi with the Israelites on the chariot, right? It said there was lightning and thunder that the Israelites were scared to go up into the mountain. So that's what it's talking about. You just read it, 2 Ezra 13. America's going to be covered in chariots. Great chariots.
Oh, the brother, or I think it was a brother. Well, he was a brother. I'm not sure if he's out or not. He did a video, and it showed the UFOs, or so-called UFOs. There was other countries, but America was lit up like a Christmas tree with the sightings.
That's why that at 2 Ezra 13. He waxed strong. Where's he waxing strong at? Right here over Babylon. See, this place is going to get that greatest destruction. There's other places that are going to be destroyed, like Israel,
China,
Asia, Egypt and Syria. All these places are going to get fucked up, but America is the fucking greatest destruction.
The big enchilada.
That's why there ain't nothing going to survive here. That's why these ones that go into Cheyenne Mountain, you're not going to make it.
What's his name? Survivalist guy?
Yeah. Some of these people, they got fucking... I saw that Bug Out channel. When they prepared to bug out.
Oh, Doomsday?
They got this Gadite, and he said he don't need no preparations. All he's going to do is eat the bugs on the road.
There ain't going to be no bugs.
He's going to be a bug splattered all over. You know? There's going to be such a great destruction to America. Nothing here will ever remain.
Shoot. They got people, those suicide people, they blow themselves up, and there's nothing there. When this thing goes off, there ain't going to be nothing.
Nothing. Not even that's why Babylon, it's talking about, that's going to be destroyed. It's not ancient Babylon, because there's something of the remnants of ancient Babylon. It ain't ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt is still there. You got the pyramids. See, you still got the tombs of Pharaoh. In America, there will be no remnant, nothing. No relic, nothing. You ain't going to come to America and dig up little artifacts of America.
find a eagle.
No, fucking everything's gonna become dust, and it's gonna be hot, man, forever. It's gonna be hot for a very, very long time.
Like charcoal, you know how charcoal gets when it gets real hot.
Yeah,
Red hot.
Yeah, it says brimstone. That's that. That's that. The ground is gonna become like you said, charcoal.
Lava, you know how it stays hot.
It turns white. That charcoal, you know, it turns white. Even the lava. When they were having those fires out there in California, they said you gotta watch where you step because you could step into a hole and fall into a pit of fire.
Oh shoot!
That's why no one's gonna be able to be here. That's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a desert that's literally on radiation
And
fire.
even if you're not here, the Lord got spirits of vengeance. I saw this story on the news. The guy was swimming, or it wasn't on the news. It was on a channel on a Tubi. It was a fire, right? You know those helicopters that pick up water? Picked him up and threw him on the fire. And when they found him, he was all burnt, and he was stuck on a tree like that. Spirits of vengeance.
Yeah.
The Lord did that. The guy didn't know he picked him up.
That's what I'm saying. What's gonna happen to them that aren't over here? They're still gonna suffer great violence, bro. This earth is gonna shake like it's never shook before. Terrifying.
Look like the Exorcist.
Yeah, you're flying across the city from one city to the other.
Oh, a lot of people are gonna do that.
Yeah.
They're gonna fly and hit their head on a wall.
Yeah, cars hitting you and shit. You know, your kids being thrown up in the air.
Those tornadoes.
Tornadoes, storms.
It's like the whole world is gonna get into a car crash.
Yeah, it's heavy, man. Let your imagination understand this. These are things that you've never even seen or thought to happen. They got that one movie called Geostorm.
Oh yeah.
Fucking tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, hail, lightning, flooding, all that shit on top of it, on top of war. And then on top of your famine, on top of your pain and suffering. You know? Because you're going to be fucked up by these effects of these jabs and these chips, man.
Oh, man. I seen this video. The guy got the Geo. You know what the Geo is, that stuff? And he had a clump of it. And he pushed call. And that thing started going like that. Like
some venom?
Yeah, like some weird shit.
I mean,
he
you see that
ended
movie,
the call,
Venom?
and it stopped. He called it again. And then he ended it. And
well, that's why, even Apostle Tar, remember he talked about that guy he picked up?
Oh, yeah.
And he said, I fucked up, man, I fucked up. Because that's what's happening inside his body is that black shit is, venom is in him, you know?
What's that movie? Where a guy starts banging his head?
Oh, yeah.
And then
no, it's not Inglourious Bastards, it's, I can't remember what it's called.
Dang.
But they have that jab.
Yeah.
And then he's like, why did you do that to me?
That's how they're going to be. Probably worse than that.
Man. Esau puts that in the movies for a reason, you know? Where zombie apocalypse shit, you know? The CDC already warned of this shit. So you're going to have all this, like, compounded, you know? It's on top of each other. You're going to be in a zombie apocalypse, famine, death, and destruction. Then you're going to have a storm of fire.
Sedition among men.
I mean, everything, man. So whatever your mind could ever come up with, fucking beasts that you ain't never even seen before. But at the end, the greatest earthquake from the nuclear destruction that comes with Yahawashi. And it's all this is him coming in.
King of kings and Lord of lords.
That's him coming into this realm. That's what it is. It's all for him. All for Yahawashi. Yahweh wa Yahawashi. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Because Yahweh is coming with Yahawashi. And he's going to be pleased with Yahawashi when he does this.
This is Revelation chapter 16, verse 19. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before Yahweh to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath.
Right, those 3 is what? Because you got 3 different kinds of people here. You got the sons of Yahweh, the Israelites, the sons of men, the heathen, and the sons of the wicked. And the sons of the wicked are mingled with the sons of men against the sons of Yahweh.
They're confederate.
So now, that's why it says, Babylon came in remembrance before Yahweh. Why? Because these are literally, that's the history of this. See? This beast system has all these heathen confederate against the Israelites. So now, Yahawashi is going to smash it all. See? Daniel 2:44. Right?
And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found.
There you go. Mount Cheyenne. Is it going to be found? That shit is going to be gone.
Gone.
Find it in Europe. They'll see the sign, Mount Cheyenne.
See, it's going to be gone. They got that blast door that's fucking...
5 feet thick.
Yeah. That shit is going to be dust.
He says a joke, bro.
See? All those politicians that are in that motherfucker, dust.
Oh, I would love to see
Those are going to be those
happens.
babies that are born in slavery. See?
They ain't gonna make it
They
on
ain't
this.
gonna make it. These elite, they're playing with you. You ain't gonna make it, Biden.
And you know, it reminds me because a lot of these people,
Oh, you know they're telling them that.
they're like children, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Biden's like a child, you know.
Hey, it says we're under children.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
children are their oppressors.
In the movies they show that. Remember when they had the arcs, that movie 2012,
Oh yeah.
and they didn't actually. You bought a ticket for billions of dollars,
Yeah.
but they didn't guarantee you a seat though.
No.
Because these are some of the most ruthless, cutthroat motherfuckers you're dealing with. How did the Romans come to power?
Cutthroat.
And what happened to their first Caesar?
It's cutthroat.
Yeah, they kill each other for power. See? They said he was stabbed to death in the fucking Senate house.
Oh yeah.
They said, and Brutus, which was one of the ones that sat in the house of the Senate, they said the history is that he's supposedly the stepson or the son of like the what do they call it? Like the son of a whore.
Oh.
But you know,
Prostitute.
yeah, but you know where they try to hide it. Like this ain't my son.
Oh, Harley.
I can't remember what they call it. Illegitimate son.
Not a son of a bitch or something like that.
Something like that. But he's the one that stabbed him. The last one to stab him. His own flesh and blood is the way they play it.
Or
out.
watch that movie, The Borgias. I never watched it, but
I watched that whole thing. Yeah, but there's been multiple made. But that's what it is. Shit, those motherfuckers. So you know how you got the Virgin Mary? That's supposed to be. That's the Borgia's sister, right? Caesar Borgia. That's his sister. Well, that showed the Borgias. That shows they use his sister and get the Arabs to want to marry her, kill him, strangle him and shit.
Yeah.
And then tell the Arabs we need like 500 million or something.
Yeah.
To bury him. And all this and that, and they're like, you know, they think he just died in his sleep or something, and they fucking put a pillow over his face and shit.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Yeah.
Back in the 1800s or 1900s early, there's stories of Edomites bringing in people and killing them, and then collecting their money and stuff like that, taking their stuff.
That's the way of Esau, bro.
And they would find like hundreds of people in there.
Look what they did to Gad. They killed Gad, and then they claimed to be the American Indian.
Then they said Gad was eating each other when it was Esau.
It was Esau cannibalizing Gad's body. See?
That one lady in politics, what's her name? The white, she's...
Nancy Pelosi?
No, the other one. The one, she says that she has a background of the Gad, you know, the Indians, you know.
Oh, I think I know what you... Majority Taylor or something?
Something like that, you know, that.
Majority Taylor.
She's always...
I don't know. A lot of them say that.
Or even like Harris, you know.
Says she's African American or Benjamin, the Jamaican.
Like that's gonna make everything good.
Which really, the dad came out and said they're not. They said they're terrorists.
Yeah.
They said they go back to James, James Brown.
Yeah.
Which is Edomite that had slaves over there. That's why they got Browntown.
Well, she don't act like an Israelite because she acts like an Edomite. The way she's
That's why you're able to tell who these people are, even if they're dark skinned. which I don't even think she's dark.
I think she is a man because they showed the cut on her neck.
Yeah, and really, you don't even know if that is Kamala, the real Kamala.
Oh.
You know, like Biden, you don't know if that's the real Biden.
Oh, I seen when he had like a face mask on.
Yeah.
This is.
That's why they deceived the nations.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they're good at that. You know. Revelation 16 verse 21. There fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, and men blasphemed Yahweh because of the plagues of the hail, for the plagues thereof was exceeding great. That reminds me like yesterday. We're coming back home, you know, and man, that it was like looked like snow and rain, or you just couldn't see. You couldn't even see out your windows.
Right. And what this hail is nuclear destruction.
Yeah.
And what it is the men that blaspheme the Lord are the ones that survived this. See, remember it says, they say Allah's for the great is, what is it? In 18. Revelation 18, verse 15. The merchants of these things which were made rich, jump to Revelation 13.
13.
It says, the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, saying, Allah's, Allah's, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? See?
America.
Yeah. So they're going to be on the other side of the world, crying because of the destruction.
And they're going to see it?
And feel it on that side?
Oh, yeah. Because they wouldn't survive if they're in California.
That's what I'm saying. You ain't going to be weeping because you're going to be dust, bro. Ain't going to be nothing left of your ass.
Well, they're going to get tormented.
Yeah. No, yeah, in that lake of fire. And they are too. They're going to be talking shit because they're going to be suffering in that lake of fire. But it's also talking about them on the other side saying, hey, how great. It says, talking, what is it? Blasphemy against the Lord?
Colin.
It says, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. You know? And once again, the ones that are in that lake of fire and the ones that are the
smoke of their torment forever and ever.
Yep, there you go. Go ahead and go to Revelation 13.
Revelation 13, verse 1. And I stood up, and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horn 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Yeah, see, it is talking about them that are in the lake of fire. Because right here, when you go from there, I got the precept of 20 and 11, and we just read 20 and 11. They were cast into the lake of fire. So while they're in the lake of fire, so let me be corrected. While they're in the lake of fire, they're going to be blaspheming the Lord.
In the lake of fire?
Yeah. It says right there, it says in 20 verse 11, those are the ones that are, it says right here, and there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent, which is those nuclear missiles. And men blasphemed Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great, which we got the Revelation 18, which is talking about the ones that are witnessing it, but also including them that are in the lake.
Yeah.
It says, and I saw a great white throne, which the brother just read, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yahweh Ba'asham Yahawashi, and the books were open, which we went into that. And that it says, and another book was opened, which is the book of life, and the dead were judged out of those deeds which were written in the books according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be them that are in that fire. You just said the smoke of their torment. That torment is them being burned, bro. And either they're going to be, why, it says in, let me get this real quick, Proverbs 5. I always get this one when we talk about the lake of fire. Because this is telling the ones that have faith to repent, or else you could be like this, because your name could be blotted out. It says, Proverbs 5, verse, it says, because it says in verse 1, my son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear, which means incline to my understanding. Verse 9, it says, lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel, lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger, which we're in slavery because of our sin. It says, and thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. Talking about that lake of fire. And say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined mine ear to them that instructed me. And that's with an apostrophe. I mean, they're yelling that out because they're in torment. So there's going to be some that are blaspheming the Lord at the same time.
It reminds me of that video. Those two Edomites were talking shit to that other Edomite across the street. He comes up and blasts that bitch in the face, and she's going, you motherfucker! She's dying.
Well, she's not. That's what's going to be happening here. Well, they're cooking, sizzling, they're beginning talking shit.
Yeah, gone. And the beast which I saw was
go ahead and, where are you at? Revelation 13,
verse 2.
Go ahead and start at 1.
Okay, come on. Revelation chapter 13, verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
There you go. We already got into that. Go ahead.
And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear.
The Greek, and the bear is Russia, which is going to destroy America. Go ahead.
And his mouth as the mouth of a lion.
Great Britain.
And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority.
Which this is the reincarnated Roman Empire. Okay. Go ahead.
And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered after the beast.
Right, so that Roman head, okay, the Roman head was wounded, and it was healed by America taking its place. Go ahead.
And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months.
And that's another point. Who's going to be blaspheming against the Lord? It just said these Americans. That America replaced that Roman head. So when they're
Edomites.
Yeah, these Edomites.
Like that lady. She was an Edomite. She was not blaspheming. She was talking shit. Yeah. Even that guy shooting in their face.
Oh, they showed it in a lot of these movies. Why they hate God because they have a loved one that died and shit. That's how it's gonna be. They're gonna hate God because they're gonna know His righteous judgment by pain, man.
Can I get this real quick? Because the apostle Outer was. I watched his Revelation 9 today, and this was it talks about the nuclear missiles, 200 million, and then this is Revelation 9 and verse 20, and it says, and the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not. And he says this is talking about the Edomites. Of their works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear nor walk. And this is how he says you. Wait, he didn't say this is how you could see, but this is how you could tell it's Edomites. Neither repented they of their murders, nor their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts, which they did to the Israelites.
Right. Right. Because they're going to blaspheme the Lord as they're being put to death.
Just like that lady.
That's why there's no mercy for them. They showed no mercy. They showed no repentance. Right? There's not going to be given to them no quarter. They're going to be put in slavery for 1,000 years, and then they're going to be exterminated. Isaiah 14:21. And then we're going to rejoice at their destruction.
Shoot, the whole planet and earth and universe.
Every kind of spirit there is.
And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahweh to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven.
Which they do.
The tabernacle are the Israelites.
The Israelites and them that are in heaven, the angels.
And it was given unto him to make war.
How do they blaspheme against the Lord? They give him an image of a so-called white man. That's a lie. That's blasphemy. See? They blaspheme the image of the Lord. Not just Yahawashi's, but also Yahweh's. Shit, if you go into the 16th chapel, it makes Michael look like a so-called white man.
Oh, the naked fingers?
Right.
The Lord said, it's a shame. Remember what, when he fell asleep in the tent, they went backwards, remember?
Yeah, because you're not supposed to look at another
But Ham looked at it.
and laughed because he was tickled by it. You know, he was a faggot, you know.
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations.
Right. Which he rules the world. The wicked is the so-called white man, and they rule the world, starting with their elite. Okay? Go ahead.
And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him whose names are not written in the book of life.
Right, and how are they worshiping them? By obeying them. They're saying, if you want to be a part of their image, you have to take that jab.
Their system.
Well, soon it's going to be, pretty much, you're going to have the implantable microchip. Alright? Because the mark of the beast is the implantable microchip. Alright?
What was that movie? Where he goes, no more superpowers.
Oh, yeah, Apocalypse.
Yeah, he says no more systems in there
Yeah.
before he says superpowers.
That's why he destroys their weapons. That's why he even said,